Okay, now let's try this, shall we? I hope this works. Or something is majorly. We're gonna see. Just gonna sit and chill. See who comes on. If anybody comes on. Okay. Hey. Hey. I think we done did it. Or I done fixed it. We done did it. Or I done Oh my god, shut up. Oh my god, shut up. Oh my god. How do I get out of this? How do I get out? Okay, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is what I get for trying to do something that's actually useful and helpful. I end up screwing 10 things up. God dang. YouTube, why do you have to make it so damn difficult? Just freaking make it easy. Anyways, how are you guys? Freaking almost 25 minutes late. Actually, technically I wasn't late because I have 2 live streams that are unlisted for whatever reason. I have no clue, but they're unlisted. And I'm sitting here blabbing to myself, wondering what the hell's going on because ain't nobody showing up. Now let me guess. Now the chat thing is all jacked up too. I'm gonna be mad as hell if the chat is all messed up. No, chat's not messed up. Alrighty then. Hi, Steven. How you doing? I'm in your neck of the woods, by the way, Mr. Steven. Actually, I'm further north of you, Mr. Steven. You want to talk about something frustrating. Okay, so I figured out. So, you guys know, when I do the live streams on Sunday Somethings, there's not much, or if anything, in the description. Well, I figured out how to set the description, just a general one, as a default. So now if you look in the description, there's actually stuff there. I mean, who knew? But by me adding that, holy fudge. But by me adding that, it screwed everything up. So it's like, but yeah, 15 minutes I sat here talking to myself going, why isn't there anybody coming? There's always at least a couple people that are here right away. Nobody's here. What the hell? My bad. So, apparently not, because YouTube just wanted to make all my settings change for some whatever reason. So just a quick recap. If you guys want to join the server, now you can look in everything from here on out in the description. Patreon server tier higher, blah blah blah, whatever. I will get you the mods. I will get you the Mr. GG. How you doing? But yeah, all that stuff's down below. Working on a new t-shirt. It's going to be a little bit different, a little bit more meaningful, sort of, and all that stuff. There might be a schedule change. This is kind of what I was talking about before, waiting for people to give me some sort of feedback, but nobody was there. I want to. Haven't seen me in ages. Well, I sitting here. I ain't done nothing. I ain't moved. I ain't nothing. I ain't even done a damn name change, man. um, yes, way. But so we're gonna try to do well, it's not gonna happen today or tomorrow. All right. That first of all, just so you know. Um, but I want to do a schedule change. I want to do more. All right. Not so much more videos because see, computer. I just turned it on for the first time this entire week. But I want to go back to the Tuesdays and Wednesdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays. So we'll do something on Tuesday, we'll do a video on Thursday, and then we'll do a live stream on Sunday, like normal. The Tuesday might be a live stream. It might be a video. It's going to be kind of like a whatever day type thing, which I know is not going to be ideal. But until I figure out something, honestly, right now, the thing holding me back is trying to put together the content. I can record, but I have no clue how to put stuff together. I am not a videographer or videologist or an editor. But I want to put more. I want to do more. And, I want, like I said, with summer coming, I can try to do some really cool stuff with the GoPro and everything like that. Just to kind of give you guys more stuff. I'm going to shorten the videos. They're going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes long instead of about 15 to 30, because I want to do 2, a week. But all this is coming at the same time. I have to learn a new editing software. I got tired of hit films. Not that it's a bad program. It's just it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I went to DaVinci. I'm on the free stuff. I went to DaVinci. So I've got a huge learning curve, whatever that means, in my lack of editing skills. But I want to do more. Like I said, I want to. So hopefully within like a month or so, we can kind of do some more, do a schedule change, add more, and stuff like that. So if you guys have any comments or concerns or anything like that, definitely leave comments, or say something, or whatever. But yeah, I just wish I was smarter when it came to editing. To kind of make it look better, and I don't know how to do that. I thought I could figure it out, but I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of information out there on like how to set up like a storyline, or I don't know if my day is interesting enough to do stuff. I know. But hey, you know what, Mr. Funnybone, what's up, homeboy? So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Is now that I figured out what the problem was. FB, get back to work. Alrighty then. So yeah, the new editing program, it seems to be a little bit easier, but more complicated at the same time. Oh yeah, yeah. Big Dog went live about what? About like a half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, and he should know at 7 o'clock Sundays I always go live. Like no, he wants to ignore him. Ignore it. Fine, whatever. But oh Dave, you didn't notice, but I was in your live stream last night. Actually, I was driving in a snowstorm, and I seen that you were on. I popped an earbud in. I started playing you on the seat, and I threw you over in the passenger seat, and I just listened to the stream as I drove through the snow. So, but I was there. uh, but yeah, so that's kind of where we stand. Is I want to do more. But what was Bob? Nice. Yeah, Bob's got Bob's got a situation going on. but 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 yeah, it's just I just wish I could get better internet to make the uploads faster, because I am, yeah, I know it sounds like a bunch of excuses, but so this week's video on Wednesday will be, actually that's why the computer is on, because I'm trying to get it done, not upload but get it done, so when I get home tomorrow I can actually start uploading it right away. This week's video will be how did they do episode. And then I already have next week's video recorded. So I got to keep in my little brain, or my jellyfish brain, I got to keep reminding myself to stay at least 1 week ahead. Not that I want to, because I would love to be able to record that day, edit it that night, and upload it, for the next day or the day after. But let's face it, I can't do that and pretend to be a truck driver all at the same time. It's physically impossible. Not physically, it's just internetly, whatever. It's just not, I just can't do it. I can upload going down the highway, but I don't have service everywhere I go. I mean, let's face it, it's a cell phone. So yeah, it's just kind of one of those things. But no, I wanted to make sure everybody knew that probably in a month, maybe 2 months, there is going to be a schedule change. Not for Sunday something, but for the vlog. There might be 2 vlogs. There might be 1 vlog and another live stream. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out. It kind of all. It all depends on how quickly I can get a grasp on this new editing software. And the reason why I had to change is because I couldn't. Are you okay up there? I could not get hit films to download on to the new computer. Whatever reason, I couldn't get it to work. So instead of, BSing with that, I decided to go. Yeah, I just went to sleep. But yeah, I just decided to go with a different software. And so there's going to be a quick learning curve. Wednesday's video was the first video on the new software, so hopefully it turned out fine. I haven't watched it yet, except for in the rendering queue. So I'm hopefully it turned out better. I don't know if the quality was any better. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet, which I know, but then again, I don't really like watching myself anyway, so. Let's face it. I'm not my ideal, I don't know, whatever. But anyways, happy Sunday. hopefully you guys are having an awesome weekend. What's left of it. Got to get the normal routine thing in there. Yes, this is live stream number 3. Hey. You just calm yourself. Calm yourself. And then tomorrow, I do want to live stream. We're going to try it. I don't know how it's going to work, but I want to try it. I want to live stream 7 Days to Die. Now, that's that zombie game that I'm sure some of you know what game it is. Some of you don't know what game it is, but I want to try to live stream 7 Days to Die tomorrow. It might be an hour, it might be 2 hours. I don't know. Probably not more than 2 hours. It's going to be in a creative world, the one that I already have. So there's not going to be a lot, of build up or anything like that. Just to try it, just to see what, if you guys, it's something that you guys maybe want to watch every once in a while. Again, we're not going to stream every day or every week. I mean, I just can't do that. But I will stream when I can, now that we have the equipment to do it. And I still don't have a microphone for the new computer. Literally, this is the first time all week that I've turned the new computer on. So I left on Wednesday. I drove in snow on Wednesday. I drove in snow on Thursday. I drove in snow on Friday. I drove on a little bit of snow last night. Yesterday afternoon, last night. Drove in snow. It really wasn't snow, but here in the Midwest, we had a snowstorm come through. Dumped anywhere from like 10 to, 11 inches in some places or whatever. Some other places only got about an inch. So whatever, it was pretty widespread. So I drove through the remnants of that. And I got up here. I literally got parked. If the first stream would have worked, it basically said Sunday something long day, and it has been a long day. Two in where? In here? Watching? There's 2 of you. I don't see you. I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's been a long day. I don't know, about 30 minutes before the live stream started, the first one, not the second one, not the third one, but the first one. 2 inches? Oh, okay. Oh, that's what you meant, 2 inches here. Okay. Yeah, I know, Steven. I'm not that far from up the road from you. Yeah, like Uncle Poopsie was saying, we got close to almost 12 inches at home. About 11. He said it goes up almost about 4 inches past his ankles. So, I don't know. I know the dogs are having a hell of a time because their hoo-hoos are going through the snow, and it literally looks like a snow plow that is missing teeth, and it only has one because of their hoo-hoos. If you don't remember, my wiener dogs, they're about that far off the ground. The one's about that far, and the other one's about that far. The one's about that wide, the other one's about that wide. You do the math. But it looks like a snake had a hard-on running through my yard again. But so yeah, I got to go take care of that when I get home tomorrow, if Uncle Poopsie hasn't already taken care of it by the time I get home. But yeah, I got to be up in Long Prairie 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I don't know what it is, but I can't fall asleep in this truck. I can't stay asleep in this truck. And by the end of the week, I am so tired that it's like, oh, get me the hell out of this. I want to go home and sleep. And then I go home and sleep. So yeah. But other than that, like I said, thinking about doing a schedule change, adding schedule change, working on a t-shirt. Hopefully it's based, I'm going to tell you guys what it is. I'm not going to say anything until I actually show you, because I'm going to order a couple T-shirts for myself, and that way you can physically see what these T-shirts look like. But yeah, hopefully it turns out good. It's not cartoonish like the pole dancer one. um, it will be available up to 5X. So if anybody is on the Fuller family side, like myself, we got you covered. El, El, Elgin, Illinois? Well, basically from my house to Chicago is like 9 hours. Like downtown Chicago to my house is like 9 hours. So 8, 7, something like that. And how you doing, Bob? But yeah, so that's going to be a kind of a thing. And like I said, the scheduling change is all dependent on how quickly I can get accustomed to the new editing software, and how quickly I can window shopping options for work ownership. Okay, sure. Sure. But yeah, and I'm gonna have to learn a new way of taping and stuff like that. Oh, did they? Yeah, well, hey, if which I'm not saying it wasn't true, but even if half of what you were telling me wasn't true or was true, yeah, they adios, full show. Uh, and then here's a little tip. Like I said, next week is a How Did They Do episode, and then the next week is a video coming out, right? A normal vlog. I don't know if it's considered a vlog if we're topicked, whatever. It's a vlog. Just a little precursor. It is not a political video. Okay, so keep that in mind as you watch it. And I do say it. I do have some stuff in there and everything like that. It's not so much about politics. It's about politics. I don't know. I heard some stuff that some of the politicians were saying, and it wasn't. Like I said, it's not a political video. It's about a certain something that was said, and Jesus, all of a sudden it just got effing cold. Oh, by the way, if y'all want to door seals, they're good to have. I'm telling you, they're good to have. Good God. Both doors don't. I mean, they have door seals, but they don't have door seals like the driver's door here. This top, basically, you got the two corners up top. The one in the front, I can actually see daylight out right now. Like I can see the street light that's in front of me. The door seals don't do anything. And today, oh, rub it in, man. Actually, it it's cold. I don't know. I don't even know what temperature is out here right now. The broken thermostat down here, or outside temp gauge, says it's 19 degrees outside, but it's usually never right. ever. Uh, but like when I came through the cities, or well, getting close to the cities, it was like 28 degrees. So I mean, it's really not bad. The wind, on the other hand, that sucked. That sucked. But I'm tired of snow already. I'm so tired of snow. Thank, knock on wood, ow, that we haven't had a lot of it. Because I mean, if y'all remember, this summer and this fall, everybody was saying, "Oh my God, we're gonna have a snowy winter. It's not gonna be cold, but it's gonna be snowy, and we're gonna have 7,000 feet of snow." Whoa. I have used duct tape on old t-shirts to field fab a door seal before. Oh, I have too. But the thing of it is though, is it's it's not just one spot in the door. It's the entire door. That's that's why there was so much, because like, no joke, passenger, I mean, let's face it, I'm not going to show you it because it's full of garbage. Not really full of garbage, but there's garbage down there. Well, when you have a piece of, like well, it's a baby root, a payday wrapper, right? And when that's floating because of the heat coming down, but the cold air is blowing it up, it was like this weird little mini thunderstorm concentrated right on that wrapper. It was floating for about 2 hours. I wish I would have filmed it, but I completely forgot about it. But it literally, no joke, it was about, yeah, it was right, you know how you have the little submarine hole on the passenger door, and the Peterbilts are longer than they are wider? It was about halfway up that window, and it just floated. It just sat there and spun. That's all it did for about 2 hours today. And it was like the heat was blowing down on it, but the cold air was blowing up, and it just literally just sat there and spun for 2 hours. And I'm sitting there looking at it going, you gotta be kidding me, right? And well, then that's when I moved my coat, because basically right behind the passenger seat, I put my coat on the floor. And I moved my coat for whatever reason, and that's when the cold air was just snort, because I was basically kind of getting hit, not so much straight on headwind, but I wasn't also getting direct. It was kind of that kitty corner type wind, and as soon as I moved my coat, that's where all the wind was coming around. I mean, it was just every single bit of it. So I threw my coat back there again and was like, but like as soon as I rolled the window open or something like that, oh my God. Yeah, well, that's the thing though, is like, I mean, I've done that before too, like in my old International and stuff, like right where the door latch is, I used to put like duct tape, or not duct tape, but oh, you just said it, the blue painter's tape, right? I used to put that and put it between me and the door. But then I figured out on the Internationals, if you take the door panel off, they've got an inner door panel. If you take that off and you put duct tape everywhere back there, you fill in all the holes, make little pockets for like the door handle and the window crank and everything like that, make little pockets, that cuts a lot of the wind down, because it was coming through the door. It wasn't necessarily coming through the seal. This is coming through the seal because there is no seals. I mean, there's seals, but there's no seals. Yeah, exactly. Because I made the mistake once in my 359 to use duct tape, and 5 hours later, after using that goo gone or whatever it's called, Gooby Gone, it all finally came off the vinyl. It was bad. but yeah, it's just and so yeah, this is literally, like I said, it's the first time all week that I've turned the laptop on. Well, pretty much since Tuesday, because I was on it Tuesday, getting the new editing software put on it and stuff like that. I still have a few little things to get done with the new computer for setup wise, but pretty much got all the games. Pretty much can play any of the games. Oh yeah, I know, right? I know, but that's the thing is like this the door seal on this truck, it doesn't have any screws in it. Like the Kenworth had 2 screws in it. Where it started, it stopped. That was it. The rest of it was just all pressed into place. Um, but yeah, no, the shop knows about it, and they're gonna, well, they're trying to get it fixed. They have all the stuff to do it. It's just to try to get the truck stopped enough for them to have time to do it. But they know about it and everything like that. Oh yeah, 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 yep. But like I said, with this one, it's everywhere. It's just the door seals wore out, and with Peterbilt and Packards and stuff like that, they do have a lot of door shake, which wears out the seal. I mean, it's just part of the truck. It's part of the company. It's part of a lot of trucks too, actually, like Freightliners and internationals. They all have that same issue as well. Not, I mean, sometimes it's bad, but anyways. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. But so shit, I forgot what I was gonna ask you guys. I forgot what I was gonna ask. So I guess never mind. But yeah, so I'm I'm really looking forward to the new T-shirt. Um, yeah, it's going to cover quite a few different platforms, and I'm actually going to try to advertise this one. Try to do like an Instagram push and a Facebook push and stuff like that. Just kind of, I don't know, just get it out there and see what happens. But yeah, I'm super excited about it. Still in the creative phase. Is that even a thing? I guess it's a thing. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I want to tell you guys something, but I freaking cannot remember what it is. Oh yeah, it would look fantastic in a 4X. Holy F, dude! How big do you think I am? Good Lord, man! Freaking Volvo T-shirt hanging out in a Peterbilt. That's gonna be a winner. Oh my God. There was something else. Oh, no. I already said that. We're going to try to stream 7 Days to Die tomorrow. Told you guys about the server. Told you about the T-shirt. There was something else, and I can't remember what the hell it is. I don't. Whatever. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My gosh. And yes, I'm sniffing because it's cold. Gonna talk to my last employer tomorrow morning. If they get the numbers right, I will lease purchase again. Whoa. Like the first one? Oh, you're gonna try that again? Not so much try that, but do that, or try them again. It's more like. This time, get a contract and make sure it says if you pay it off early or find another finance company, you can walk away with it. Welcome to truck driving, my friend. Welcome to truck driving. We're all stupid. Just ain't as stupid as we was 20 minutes ago. No, I seen I seen it was a 2015 660 with an 86-inch bunk. And it wasn't bad priced. I mean, it was almost 500,000 miles. And I think they wanted like 73 or something like that. But I don't know. I'm just oh! I know what I'm going to tell you guys. Okay, so I'm actually going to try to make a video about this, or at least include it in a couple of the videos, so you guys are well aware of what the scheduling is going to be like. So the truck show schedule. I'm the only truck show on the schedule as of right now is the Butterfield Sizzler, the Big Rig Roundup, the one that we did last year. I am going to sit down or phone call or something with one of the organizers, and they're not going to tell you everything, but you know, I want to help them promote the show because it was a very fun show. If you guys are around or have the opportunity to come up, it's over the July 4th weekend. I don't have 100% sure of the date, but it's a small show. It is judged. I'm gonna maybe call some of my truck show buddies and see if they just want to kind of come up and try it out for 1 year. Not 100% sure if they're even going to do it, but we will be attending the Big Rig Roundup this year, and so I want to start saying something about it now because the truck show season is quickly coming. Grand National Monte Carlo. I don't have a Grand National Monte Carlo. I have a Monte Carlo SS. Getting two different companies mixed together, man. And I would actually say flying to Sioux Falls. If you're gonna fly up, fly to Sioux Falls. I'm only about 2 hours from Sioux Falls versus three and a half hours from the Twin Cities. So if you want to be closer, that's where you go. But yeah, gonna be at the Big Rig Roundup. Like I said, I am gonna sit down with one of the organizers. It's probably gonna be in March. I want to try to do a video. Plus, I also want to do basically live stream it as well. That way, you guys know. You know, you can hear it right from their mouth. You can get numbers to contact, give you a little bit of an idea on what to expect, and stuff like that. So, again, I'm not a sponsor. They're not a sponsor or anything like this. It's literally just me trying to help out. Literally a show that's in my backyard. It was a lot of fun last year, even though it rained. Mr. Kevin, how you doing? But yeah, so stay tuned for that. It is, it's coming quickly. So that's, we're kind of got the date about March. is when we want to sit down and, you know, have a conversation and stuff like that. I'm not sure how to do this yet. I'm, I'm not a news person. I'm just a fat guy that likes to talk. That's it. So we may just do the live stream, and the video may never happen. I don't know. But, so yeah, I just wanted to kind of start getting that out there. We'll be doing that. I mean, it's pretty simple. The questions are pretty simple, right? It's you know, basically, why did you want to start the show? This is going to be, I think, the 4th year that it's been going on. What's the purpose of the show? What's going to happen at the show? What is the entertainment? What attractions and stuff like that? So, yeah, I know, Kevin. You're getting the snow that we just had here. So have fun. Because now we're in the cleanup phase. But yeah, it's. I mean, the questions are pretty easy. Only because they're a lot of the same questions. And with me having a little bit of experience in the truck show world, it's all pretty much the same stuff, right? There's Bob again, rubbing it in. Oh, Bob, I thought you would have been like itching to get on the server by now, since you had a little bit of time to goof around. I'm just playing, Bob. I'm just playing. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. Seeing that is so funny to me that you literally, well, I mean, you have a lot of grass to mow, but you don't have like that much grass to mow. Not like I do. But yeah, you use an electric mower, which is that would not fly in my yard. That my grass would eat that thing up. 0.7 acres. 14. Could you got it in a smaller blade? Holy crap, dude. I mean, Jesus, talk about, you might as well buy a goat and put a handle on it. Push it around the yard. Dang. No, that's okay. You can keep it, Kevin. You can definitely keep it. Yeah, there you go, Crete. I think that was Crete. But I cannot wait to be home tomorrow. But if you would have watched the last stream, you would have seen it, Bob. You can go back and watch the last stream, right? Right? It's not hard, Bob. It's not hard. It's basically the same principle as what you and I did to kind of play on the same map before. It's just a different name and a different password. But it's always up. So basically what the server does is it always runs. Wait a minute, Kevin. Kevin, you said something. No, I never said I love this stuff. I'm glad I didn't read that message. Yeah, so the server, it stays up. But if nobody's on after, like, I think it's like 10 minutes, it goes into sleep mode. So it actually pauses. I hope it pauses. If you go back and look at our emails, probably, you banana. Bob. I'm telling you, some people's children. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so it basically. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mr. Brock, how you doing, homie? How you doing? Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't have to tell me. Oh my God, Mama in the house. Jesus, Kramer and Kevin, what do you want? What do you want? Gave you a like. Thank you, Big Mama. Well, that's good, Mr. Brock. Don't you go away on me. So how are the roads were you on now? Well, like I said, Kevin, I left Wednesday, drove in snow. Thursday, snow. Friday, snow. A little bit of snow yesterday afternoon and last night. And then just blowing snow today. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wife ain't too happy, but my money is secure. Okay. Cool. Yeah, Stephen, I'm up in Avon, Mr. Steve-O. I'm in my computer. My computer is actually it's a digital storm. A digital storm Avon is what it is. AVON. Nova backwards, which Nova happens to be my favorite car. Yeah, I'm actually up by Avon. So I went right by you. I waved, but you just stuck your nose up in the air and you didn't do anything. You just kind of stuck your nose up in the air and turned your back to me. I saw you, Stephen. I saw you. Yeah, luckily, Kevin, I didn't have to drive on much snow-covered road. I did on Thursday night a little bit, and then Friday early morning. But by the time Friday night came around and I got parked and everything like that, it was pretty much all melted, thank God, because I was on a lot of two-lane roads that did this, and then an occasional this, but it did mostly this. And if you don't know what this means, it's a lot of hills. And then I had to try to avoid horse and buggies. I was in Amish country in Ohio, and it wasn't fun. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't fun by any means. Almost 42,000. So for me, that's pretty heavy. It's common, but it's pretty heavy. We don't do a lot of light stuff here, so this truck gets a workout pretty much every mile that it's driven. Oh, I'm sure you were, Mr. Steven. Probably doing your yard, neighbor's yard, high-tech's yard. Oh, I'm sure you were. But yeah, this storm wasn't bad. And surprisingly, I think Minnesota. Well, everybody has them. Yeah. We're up in your area. Yeah, you have Amish up there too. So. Yeah, that is one thing that I regret selling, is my S175 Bobcat that I had. But at the time we didn't use it. Yeah, Big Mama, when I came up, because I came up through Iowa, and it wasn't so much snowing today. It was a lot of the blowing snow. That's what really sucked. I knew it. But yeah, at the time, we didn't use the Bobcat very much, and it was, I mean, it was paid for and everything like that, but, we just, I sold the truck, so I kind of figured we could get away with just calling the neighbors every once in a while because I was going to stay home and all this other stuff. And yeah, it just, yeah. 760? Yep. Oh. It is. And now that my driveway already has, seven, well, I mean, you guys seen the picture. I should actually go on the way home tomorrow, I'll take a picture of how big the snow drifts. Now, keep in mind, that big pile of snow that I showed you guys on the community portion, it is melted a lot. But I mean, when I'm sitting in my pickup, it's about at the bottom of the window. Yeah, well, you guys have hurricanes, Bob, but we have tornadoes up here. And they're pretty much the same thing. Except for the hurricanes last longer and the tornadoes not so much. Unless if you live in the movie Twister, because that seemed to have one almost every 20 minutes. But yeah, the hurricanes would suck. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, the Oklahoma. Just kidding, Oklahoma. God, you people are so sensitive. I don't know why, but I've always called Oklahoma. I don't know why, but I've always done it. Not to pick on the state. It's just something I've always done. I don't know why. But yeah, where I live, there's a pretty big strip that they call like the Tornado Alley of Minnesota, and I happen to live in it because there's always, like in the summertime, there's always tornadoes. This past summer, there was 3 within like a 15-mile radius of the house. You have to go play in the snow? What? Come on, Mr. Kevin. All right, homie. Thanks for coming to hang out, brother. Be safe, be careful, and have fun in the snow, because you're getting it. It does. Anywhere from Oklahoma all the way up to Minnesota. Yeah. Yep, that's where 99% of the tornadoes actually happen, yeah. Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, pretty much that whole strip. It's so much fun. So much fun. But yeah, last year there was 3 or 4 within like 10 miles of the house. Yes. Yep. Florida, a little bit of Georgia, Alabama, and Louisiana are like huge. If it's lightning, just don't go outside, like ever. Of course, Mr. Kevin, it's always fun to have you. It's fun to have everybody. But yeah, that whole Gulf, I mean, all of Florida, a little bit of Georgia, a little bit of Alabama, and pretty much everywhere in Louisiana. Yeah, if it lightnings, yeah, I mean, yeah, just go outside. Forget throwing a toaster in a puddle or a tub. No, just go outside. It won't take long, and you'll get struck by, a 700 million volt lightning bolt. But don't. It's just a joke. Do not throw a toaster in a puddle or a tub, okay? Yeah, literally stick your butt in the air. Literally stick your butt in the air. I know it sounds stupid and it sounds sick, but literally lay down and put your butt up in the air. Become this big instead of that big. You know what I mean? become this big versus this big. Yeah, that's one of the one of oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, obviously driving you get some really close lightning bolts, but the closest one I've ever had before, and no joke, I mean, you could feel it. It was weird. Actually, it's just, I don't know, like 50, 60 miles up the road from right where I'm at now. I was on my way to Fargo, and I was on 94, and you know how we have, well, most states have the poles, or just the I call them T posts, but they're not really T posts. They're the stake posts where you pile drive them in by hand. But I mean, they're only about that round. They kind of look like a U type shape. Well, we have those along the highway. Most states do. But there was one, just like, you walk through the ditch, and it was right there, right on the edge of a field. And a lot of farmers use them to post, like signs or mark tile drains and rocks or something like that, whatever. And I literally, my front end was by that pole, and it was 20 feet away, 30 feet away at the most. At the most, it was like 30 feet away. And out of the clear blue, I mean, I just saw white. I couldn't see. It took, I couldn't feel where I was on the road. Everything almost went numb, like touching sensation, like feeling anything, almost went numb. I had this weird, like, it was almost like you stuck a 9-volt battery to your mouth. You know how you kind of get that weird, like, energy move before you get the ting and the tingle and the snap and stuff like that? You get that weird energy moving. That's what you kind of get all over your body. And it hit that pole, or the little post that was like within 30 feet from me. And I had such bad welding flash, because that's what it was. It was just as bright as watching a welder. And I finally was able to get over onto the shoulder, and I stopped. And it took me almost 30 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that, to get my sight back without seeing white everywhere. But like the hair on my arms and my head and my legs, it just stood straight up. I mean, it was the weirdest thing, and it was the weirdest feeling. But then after that energy sensation kind of went away, everything went back to normal, and on the way up to Fargo I went. It was I didn't hear the crack. Like, a lot of times you can hear the crack because you're far enough away. There was no crack. It was just this white flash, and it was so bright. I know, right? But yeah, I mean, it was, I would say it was no more than 30 feet away. Because up there you have, like a 12-foot wide shoulder. Yeah, about 10 to 12 foot wide shoulder. And there was probably 15 feet of ditch, and then it was the field. Maybe 20 feet of ditch, and then the field. So yeah, I mean, it was like 20 to 30 feet away. And but there was no sound. There was like no sound. I heard the crack, but it seemed like it was 5 minutes after I saw the flash. But it was only probably 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 40 seconds, I don't even know. But that's how close it was. I mean, it was that close where I didn't even hear the crack when it first hit. I just saw white. That's all I saw. And it literally, it went this way, even though it was on that side, it was on the passenger side. The flash came across my face, like from the driver's side to the passenger side. So I don't know if the lightning bolt went across in front of the truck. If that's just the way the light reflected off itself, I have no clue. But yeah, it went from driver's side to passenger side with that white flash, and I couldn't see a damn thing. Nothing. It was, I mean, it was bright. It was wicked bright. And yeah, and then you just got this weird, I got this weird like energy. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It was like, I don't know. It was like having a gazillion ants just like crawling all over you, and it was moving like fast. It was moving, and then once I started to get my sight back, that's when I noticed that like all my hair on my arms and my head and everything like that. Even this, I mean, it wasn't. I didn't keep it as long back then, but even this, it was like everything just kind of went poof. I looked like I had an afro on my chin. But then after about an hour or so, or I forget how long, it just kind of, everything settled down. I was able to see, you know, and took off and went driving again. I don't know what happened. It was fun though. You literally, that's what it kind of looked like too. It just, I mean, it just kind of went, you know, because I've always had, you know, I've always been able to kind of keep my goatee pretty flat. I don't ever comb it. I play with it a lot and stuff like that, you know. I do this and this. But I never really comb it, and it stays pretty flat. I mean, it's a little poofy, and it's way too long right now. But, you know, but yeah, it just kind of looked like a chia pet on my chin. It was kind of fucked up, but it was funny because I kind of went like this after I started to get my sight back a little bit, and I kind of went like this to kind of like, oh my gosh, and that's when I kind of felt this like poof on my chin. But oh well, the things you do. Another close call in the fabulous life of a truck driver. What are you gonna do? If you ain't having a close call at least once a month, you're doing something wrong. Oh, you damn right it is. Oh, you damn right it is. When Mother Nature is unhappy, yeah, we all unhappy because something's gonna break or something's gonna burn, one of the two. Why does it look like this thing keeps moving? It keeps moving, right? I don't know why. Stop moving. But, well, I tell you what, my friends, we had a little bit of a rocky start this episode or this live stream. But I gotta get the video out of the camera and try to get it on my laptop. And I want to try to get it at least rendered tonight. Oh yeah, I mean that the big twister that came through St. Peter, Minnesota. It was they later found out it was an F5, and it was actually the biggest. I think it was one of the biggest tornadoes that the state has ever seen. And it was on the ground for like ever too. I mean, it was on the ground for, I mean, it was forever. And then it would hop and stuff like that. I mean, it was on the ground for a very, very, very long time. It kind of skirted by St. Peter. It was kind of following the river, but it would kind of bounce around. It wasn't like on the river. It would kind of bounce around on the river, on either side of the river. Well, it came through St. Peter, and it tore that town up. I mean, it tore that town up. If you're from Minnesota, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And but when it came through St. Peter, it was on the east side of the river. And when it came by, I don't know, I think they said it was like 5 or 6 or 2 miles or 3 miles or something like that out of town. But when it came through, I mean, it did a ton of damage. But I was actually sleeping in the red 86 International cab over when I first started driving. and ended up, I don't know, 300 yards down the road, on the side. Was sleeping, had no clue what was going on. I just knew it was storming and raining and stuff like that. Had no clue. And yeah, me and the two other trucks that were parked at the McDonald's, we ended up, I don't know, like, yeah, it was like 150 to 300 yards down the road, 200 yards down the road. I don't even really remember. And it was all, yeah, we woke up and it was like, holy shit. Yeah, nobody, I mean, it hit that fast. It was just like, nobody really I didn't wake up. I mean, I parked at about, it was about 10:30 that night when I parked. And, yeah, we just kind of woke up down the road. I walked out the front windshield because that was gone. I found all my clothes, because they were still in the back. But, I had my, it was my very first cell phone. It was one of those bag phones, the AT&T bag phones, the ones that you could like swing at somebody and literally knock them and their entire family off the planet because they weigh so much. But I couldn't find that. That was gone. And what else was gone? Oh, all the paperwork for the week was gone, for all the loads that I did, because that truck had, it had like bat wings right here on the doghouse, and you could lift up the pads, and there was pockets on both sides, and that's where we always kept the delivery seats and the bill of ladings and stuff like that. And that was all gone. But the truck didn't have much in it. I mean, it was just a grain truck. We didn't do much. But yeah, woke up and tried to figure out what the fuck was going on. Had no clue. But anywho, the life. I wasn't in a twister. Basically, what do they call it? The downdraft, the side draft. I don't know. It was. I don't know. I literally slept through it all, because when I woke up, the truck wasn't moving. There was nothing moving. It was completely dark, other than the lightning and stuff like that. It was completely dark. It was raining like hell, but there was nothing. There was a little bit of wind, a lot of lightning, a lot of rain, but the whole town was dark. Like, there was nothing. And that's why it kind of took me a while to figure out what was going on. Well, then I heard a car door slam. Like a thump, like a door slamming or closing. And then I realized that somebody was here. Well, I thought I was still parked in the McDonald's, and when it registered that I was standing on the passenger sidewall of the sleeper with the window busted out, because that one had the window on the one side, I realized that I could just walk right up to the front. I didn't have to slide or do that normal stuff. And then that's when I realized that I'm like this in the truck. I'm standing up and I can literally just walk right out the windshield. And I'm like, what the hell? Did somebody hit me? How to, because I was full of grain. I was fully loaded. I was coming out of Lakefield, and I was heading up to the cities. I was full of corn, and I literally had corn on, and I walked out the front windshield. I got dressed, and I walked out the front windshield, and I looked around. Well, the door that I heard was from the truck that was parked on that side of me at the McDonald's, but he was now parked on that side of me in the middle of nowhere. So we finally got our bearings, and we realized that we're not in the truck stop or the McDonald's anymore. And we ended up, we walked up the ditch to the road. So we were across the highway. We didn't quite make it to the river, but we were close. My tractor was still on the road. My trailer was in the ditch. He was kind of pretty much mostly in the ditch. And then there was another guy kind of like straight in front of me, and he was the last one to park at the McDonald's. And he was on the other side of the highway. And but he was kind of up on the highway. He was on the southbound lanes, we were on the northbound lanes. But he was on the highway. And we all kind of just walked out at about the same time and make sure everybody was okay, and try to look for people and stuff like that. But where do you go? You can see the McDonald's, what was left of it. The sign was gone. The roof was kind of half on and half off. The garden center that was right next door was completely gone. The holiday station that was across the street was gone. So it was like, where do we start? Where do we start? And there was no power, so we couldn't make a phone call. It's like, where do we go to make a phone call? So we literally just stood there. We didn't know what else to do. And I don't know. I wouldn't even know how long it took, but we started seeing traffic with headlights coming north, and then we seen a couple cars heading south with headlights on, and we just kind of stood there. The one car heading south was a state trooper, and then there was just like passerbyers, like people traveling, heading north, and they seen us. And the one question I still can't figure out is the guy across the interstate or across the highway, his load was scattered throughout the ditch. The guys next to me, he started on that side, but he was on that side. His load was still in his trailer. I mean, his trailer was all fucked up, but it was still mostly in his trailer. All my grain was gone. All of it. There was very, very little that was scattered, but it was all gone. All of it. The tarp was gone. The grain was gone. It was all gone. We don't know where the grain went. It's like, if the grain took off, you would think that the truck would take off, but the grain was gone. I don't know. Probably the world's biggest migration of birds came through after it happened and ate it all up. I don't know. But yeah, my trailer was completely empty. There was a little bit, like, still in the trailer, spilt out a little bit, but yeah, there was probably 85% of it was gone. And it wasn't like scattered where we slid, because you can see the skid marks where we slid across the road. Like I said, nobody knew what happened. We were all sleeping, and but yeah, you can see the skid marks from where the trucks came flying across the road. We went down through the ditch. At that time, there was a median, and but yeah, well, then when the cops came, this is the funny part, and I'm not saying this to be racist or anything like that. This is literally what we looked like. But when the cops came, we were actually to. Oh, it was totaled. Yeah, the truck was totaled. Actually, everything around was totaled. I mean, both of the other guys were completely trashed, and mine was completely trashed. But this was like my very first, it was before my 359. It was like my very first cab over. It wasn't the very first one. It was the second one. And then I got, my first one was the brown twin stack one, but this was my second one. And then I went and bought my own 359. But the funny part is when the cops showed up, we were all kind of standing there, and once we started seeing headlights and actually had some lights, we were all like, that's when you started to notice that you're a little crunchy. You felt things that weren't supposed to be there. The guy, the older gentleman that he was from North Dakota, and I can't remember his name, but I'll never forget his face. I looked at him and I went, "Wow, you sound white." And he went, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, aren't you black?" And he goes, "No, I'm white." And I'm like, "Am I white?" He goes, "No, you kind of look a little Mexican." And I'm like, "What?" We were covered in dirt and mud, dirt, everything. Well, then that's when you kind of realize that you were eating it. Like you could feel it in your mouth. And well, because so there's the parking lot for the McDonald's is on the west side of 60 or 169, and you got a big grassy area. Well, then you got a grassy area in between the highways, and then you got the ditch on the other side where we were sitting. Well, with the windows and everything blowing out, we were slid across the mud just everywhere. Well, the next morning, I went back to the truck to see if I could find some stuff, and they already had it picked up and moved. It was actually down in Mankato, and the trailer was all crinkled up and everything like that. But climbed in the truck, and there was literally, it literally looked like a mud bog gone wild, and it happened inside the truck because there was not a clean spot in that truck anywhere. The mattress was soaked and it was caked in mud. Both chairs were caked in mud. The dog, I mean, it literally looked like a mud bomb blew up inside that truck. It was so disgusting. And it took me about a 15-minute shower to get all the mud and everything. It was caked, and it was in places that I didn't even know existed on a human body. It was like you get it all clean and you start moving, and you're like, where the fuck is that coming from? But it was fun. It was fun. Anyways, listen, my friends, thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. I'm gonna say adieu. Bye-bye. Get the hell out. Whatever. I'm gonna try to get a video edited for this Wednesday, and hopefully I can get it from the GoPro to the computer. That is right there. And oh yeah, I don't know. I wish I knew what the temperature was outside, but I don't know. But according to this thing, it says 14. I think it's colder than that. But yeah, truck's running. We're good to go. So, anyways, don't forget to share the video, tell a friend, do whatever. Thank you for all the support, and we will see you. Look at me. See you on Wednesday. If not Wednesday, definitely here for Sunday something next week. See you guys later. Love us. Hit the button. Gotta hit the button.